Are we? Is OBS fucking up?
Where are you streaming to? Facebook or YouTube?
YouTube. We should be live
Okay.
now. We're good. Yeah, we're receiving content. You know, we starting up. We about to talk about this Last of Us, bro.
What's Last of Us, bro?
I can't even shout
Part
out to
2.
Gamer 23, because I can't even think about the Last of Us without like that amount of hypeness to it.
True.
But yeah, we if you didn't know, if you've been living under a rock, Sony was
For the past half hour.
Yeah, not even half hour, but like the last week, because Sony been hyping up this Paris Game Week. They're like, hey, bro.
Oh, yeah.
We had the juice on E3. We just didn't want to shit on niggas like that. We were trying to give y'all a chance to win E3. So we split our conference in half. And that's kind of what they did. I don't know. Well, I won't say they split it in half, because they only announced a couple new games. But they did show more trailers into stuff that we didn't get to see at E3 that we wanted to see at E3. Like some more God of War footage. We saw some other... Actually, this isn't about Paris Game Week. I'm getting a little sidetracked. We here to talk about the motherfucking Last of Us.
What's the Last of Us, bro?
Last of Us. Logan, as soon as this happened, me and Logan started speculating on Twitter what this game is about, what's going on with it, where the story direction is going, those type of things. And I'm gonna just go ahead and click play so y'all can see this. It should be muted, but this is the trailer in question. Hopefully we don't get flagged for this either. I think they let you.
Hopefully not.
So I think they let you like play trailers as long as it's not like you can't
so,
get the audio.
As soon as the trailer starts, hit you with the Sony Interactive Entertainment. I was like, wait, is this The Last of Us?
Bro,
it better be The Last of Us. It better be.
But see, that's the thing is that the trailer didn't even look like The Last of Us. Well, it kind of did. But it did it had the like earthy environment, the like post-apocalyptic kind of horror theme setting to it. But it was completely different people. Some weird shit was going on that we don't know anything about. We don't even know who these characters are yet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of speculation that this character that's on screen right now is Ellie's mom.
Bro, she's.
I think her name is Anna.
She's buff as fuck, bro.
Yo, she is real.
Ellie's mom is that.
Yo.
Ellie's mom, bro. Ellie's mom is that nigga, dude. I know you guys. I know you. If you see the trailer, I know
Trademark.
you guys seen her, bro.
Trademark on.
Do not mess with Ellie's mom, man.
Yo, the hammer. Okay, I'm not gonna get ahead of anyone who maybe has not.
Okay, so first of all, they drag her in through the rain. She's already cuffed.
Yeah.
So something's gone down. Something's already happened at this point.
Facts.
They put her on a noose.
Indeed.
Before that, I wanted to point out that they showed other bodies that they had disemboweled. Indeed. So it seems
so
they were either looking for something, but when I rewatched it, it seems like this is some type of religious cult that she's a part of. And now they're like they're looking for people. They said a specific word, but I forgot what it was called. Let me see if I can go through my history.
Yeah,
apostate.
some of the
they call. She said when the other person comes in, she says, "What happened to the other apostate?" And I looked that up. And that's pretty much someone who abandons their religion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, apostasy is it's a formal disaffiliation from or abandonment of or renunciation of anything, I guess, but it's usually in reference to religion. It is specifically based on religion. So something about religion is going on in this trailer. There are people who are banning this cult-like mentality that's going on, and that has to do with potentially Ellie's mom and this character who's getting beat with a hammer.
Yeah.
God
the cult leader obviously knows Ellie's mom in some way, shape, or form, or has at least seen her once before.
Yeah, allegedly Ellie's mom, because we're not sure.
Yeah, we'll just refer to her as that.
We're gonna refer to her as Ellie's mom from now on, but we're not absolutely sure. Neil Druckmann purposely did not tell us where this was, what was taking place, who the characters are. He left that up to speculation for us, and this is what we're here for today. I don't know. What do you think this is? Okay, so we obviously think it's Ellie's mom. That's our best guess, at least. Do you think that they're gonna do this thing where they like go in between?
Ellie and her mom flashback to
Ellie's mom.
Yeah,
and
I think so.
Ellie's story. That would be pretty cool. I want to see these new characters. There's
Mm-hmm.
this young Asian boy and his, I don't know who, if that's like his parent or his guardian or whoever that is to him, maybe big sister or something. I want to see more from them.
Indeed, it's cool to see like
Yeah.
some characters of other races now too brought into the mix too, because there was like
Yeah, for sure.
people on Last of Us.
I'm trying to think. There might have been some in like in not major roles, but yeah, there might have been some in the world. But this is the first time they've put Asian characters in the forefront of a Last of Us game. If they're gonna be major characters, they might not even be, but I think that they are. I think that they're really significant, especially to be shown. And I think this is only the second trailer, and this is the first trailer that doesn't revolve around Ellie. So
Right.
yeah, this seems like a big deal. I'm not exactly sure what they're gonna do with this. They also call these clickers demons. So this is definitely
Yeah, so
Go ahead.
that is also another reason why I think this is kind of set, or this scene specifically is set with Ellie's mother, because not only did they reference to the clickers or the infected as demons, which almost makes it seem like they don't know what these things are.
Right.
It's like at a very early stage of the infection where they don't have very specific terminology for the different levels of infection yet. So they just call them demons because they just generally don't know who they are.
Right.
But also, Ellie's mother, air quotes, her character definitely has the same, at least like face model for Ashley Johnson, who is Ellie.
Right, and that's what most people were speculating about, was that people thought it was Ellie. They was like, "Damn, Ellie got buff as fuck."
Yeah, I was about to say,
Right.
Ellie been lifted.
But but we already saw Ellie. We already saw an adult Ellie.
And her faces do not, they look similar but not the same.
They do look similar.
Right, exactly.
But Ellie still has brown hair. She does not have like this. Well, you can't really tell because her hair is wet in this. It almost looks like she has like a dirty blonde type of hair. I don't know.
Something like that.
Maybe I'm tripping because now it looks pretty brown.
There's something else I wanted to mention.
Go ahead.
That I'm thirsty for. If this is in fact Ellie's mom, and we're gonna be playing on some like flashback, fast forward type things, I would really like a part of the game where Ellie's mom is obviously pregnant. Do you guys understand how cool that's gonna be? To be using like a pregnant heroine in an action game, bro. Like killing zombies, pregnant, and buff. It's really great. That's all I'm saying. And Ellie's mom looks like all she does is lift, dude. It's really cool.
She's definitely buff.
Right.
But I'm curious to know what you guys think. Like, where do you think this is going? I know this isn't much to go off of, but where do you think this is going as far as the plot? What significance do you think this religious role is going to play, both in Ellie's mom's story and Ellie's story in general?
So I think if they're trying to introduce some sort of new, or at least with the flashbacks, they're introducing this new, almost like cult-like group that's somehow going to be, they're going to introduce that into the more present day if they're doing back and forth.
Right. So does this also go against the idea that we originally thought that Ellie was going to be tracking down the Fireflies and trying to kill them, and instead it's not going to do with the Fireflies at all? Or instead she's attacking this religious affiliation because they killed her mother. There's a lot of elements to this. There's a lot of things you can make from this trailer. There's a lot of places you can
I didn't even think about that.
I like how you can hear the hypeness in his voice when you be
Right.
like, oh shit.
Oh Lord.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Shit, I don't have anything else to say because there's really
I don't know.
there's not enough information. They're leaving us thirsty for more information. Naughty Dog, what are you doing?
Thirsty.
They're putting us through it.
I did make I made some notes. Like, I watched this trailer like 5 or 6 times, wrote down some notes.
All right, let's hear those notes.
Specific points.
Go ahead,
So, I mean, we've already talked about some of them, but like, so they did a post interview with Neil Druckmann after the main media thing that they did, and he did mention that they're officially like in full development for The Last of Us 2 now that they're officially done with Uncharted: The Lost Legacy.
Right.
So their full team is working on The Last of Us 2 now. It's in full development. They're taking all of their, like the engine that they used for Lost Legacy and everything that they've improved on in the past couple of years since Uncharted 4 came out. And they're using that engine, and they're building up on everything to make this the best possible game it can be. There's specifically he mentioned the muscle textures, which you can obviously see because Ellie's mom's ripped.
Oh, they definitely put the muscle textures, bro.
And I can't remember the specific term that he used, but he was mainly talking about the weathering, specifically like the affecting of the rain with the environment.
Well, one thing I would notice is, and this is part of the reason why I think that it was a good choice to use the rain in this trailer, is that it makes it like it kind of alters your sight. Like it makes it look like you can't see clearly into the world for one.
Right.
Because I think that if we had seen a more clear environment, we would have began to pick up, hey, this sort of looks like the environment, The Last of Us, those type of things. So I think they did a lot of purposeful obstructing your sight in some of these things and like messing with your senses pretty much. That's why I think a lot of this is, because I know watching it, you're looking at it, it's like, man, people are disemboweled, and then you see her like stick the knife to her stomach and it starts to like bleed just a little bit and shit.
Yeah,
like
if you notice that.
Like, boy, shit like that. And even if you look at this part, because it just came up on the trailer, or that I'm playing in loop, you can see on where the handcuffs have like fucked up her wrists, and you can see where her knuckles are like bruised from beating somebody.
Yeah, as soon as she gets free, you notice. That was one of the first things I noticed, is that you can see the indentions in her wrist from where the ropes were tied around.
But yeah, some of these scenes were hard for me to watch, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, when she was getting stabbed, I was like, bro, do not disembowel her on this fucking trailer, please don't.
Right. All right. So a little bit of breaking news in the current time. I just saw that Naughty Dog tweeted out a screenshot from the trailer, and I put a link to it in our group chat. That it says, and finally, Laura Bailey is, and it has the name edited out.
Yo, see.
So that's more evidence to me that whoever this Laura Bailey is, I'm assuming that is a real actress, voice actor. It's going to be Ellie's mom.
I'm presuming that.
I think so too. I think this is definitely going to be Ellie's mom, and maybe this is actual present time. Maybe Ellie's mom is not dead. Maybe Ellie's mom was thought to be dead and has escaped, or like it is in some type of issue with these religious organizations, and that's why Ellie is so determined on going and killing these people or avenging her mom, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot that you can draw from this.
If this is Ellie's mom, I have to know how she feels about Joel, because Joel definitely killed her. Like, that definitely happened, and I feel like she would be pissed, because that woman was definitely her friend. That she
Marlene?
If she's even aware that Joel killed Marlene.
That's true.
But she can't just not find out. Like, I know she's going to be curious, like, Ellie's here,
right.
Where's Marlene, though?
And that's very true. I definitely think that's going to be an issue.
Like, I hope she punches Joel in the face.
There's going to be a lot of emotional tension in this game, man. I can feel it. I can feel it already. I got connected to these characters in 90 seconds. Speaking of, just like how the brick and bottle were used in Last of Us 1, I think they're going to be using the hammer a lot. The hammer caught too many bodies not to be a weapon in Last of Us 2.
The hammer's the new bottle, bro.
That hammer was catching bodies.
The hammer's the new brick.
Bodies in 90 seconds, bro.
The hammer's the new shiv.
The hammer is the new shiv, bro. You just get hammered upside the fucking head. Also, this Asian character too. I don't know who. They didn't say her name, I don't think. But when they drag her in, I can't tell if the cult leader, as we'll refer to her, I can't tell if she was addressing the Asian woman or if she was addressing the two men that had her. But she says something, and she either says what it could either be the Asian woman's name, or it sounds like she's addressing the two men in almost like a different language. Huh.
And making them, just like giving them an order. Actually, now that I think about it, I think later on, towards the end of the trailer, when the boy and the girl are there talking to each other, I think the boy actually, it's either the boy or the girl, I can't remember, references the other one by name.
Okay. I may have to go back and listen to that. I have the audio muted because I'm not exactly sure how they're going to flag it or what constitutes getting flagged. Yeah. But I will say, and okay, hold on. I lost it for a second. I was about to say something important. Oh, yeah, they made a distinction. When the boy comes in, he looks at Ellie's mom hanging, and he
Yes.
walks away from her. He's like, "Yo, she's one of them." So that's more reason to believe that Ellie's mom was part of this religious cult organization, and these characters are not. And I want to know more about their background and how this is going to play out. But yeah,
that was another point that I made in my notes, is that he walks right past her and hesitates to even stop to look at her for a second until the girl says to let her go, like to cut her down.
He was gonna let her hang, bro.
I would be suspicious too. Like, yo, you was hanging out with the I know y'all had a disagreement, but they ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, just because you don't like living on me, I'm gonna live. So I feel them.
Also, another point, the Asian woman, she spits in her face and then she says to clip her wings. That might be a reference to the Fireflies, maybe. Is what I was thinking about that, and then I saw something on Twitter that said it made him think that it was a reference to the Fireflies. But also, they mentioned this clipping of the wings as almost if it's like a normal thing for them to do.
That's what I was
like
going to say.
They have a term for it.
But see, that's and I wasn't exactly sure if that was supposed to be a bigger message or if that was supposed to be like we clearly don't have wings, but your arms are the closest thing to wings. So clip their wings, make to where she can't use her fucking arms anymore. That's kind of what I interpreted out of it, but it could be meaning more toward what you were saying.
Right, or maybe, and I just thought about this, maybe if this is Ellie's mom in, the past time, maybe this cult group is like the earliest version of the Fireflies, and that they're referencing, she's saying to clip her wings, not as if she is a Firefly, but if their group are the Fireflies.
Right.
And that's just how they refer to other people.
Or just like a terminology that's used in there.
Right, exactly. Man.
That is. I'm kind of curious about that now because she could have easily just said like, "Yo, break her arms."
Yeah, exactly.
Instead, she says clip, but I don't know. Clip her wings sounds a little bit more.
Clip
dramatic.
her wings.
Like that's
right.
That sounds a little more like you got some authority around here. You
right, exactly.
Clip their wings. I don't know. It's
pretty
damaging.
And there's one other point that I noticed was that. So when she drags Ellie's mom in, she's laying on the ground, and like you mentioned, there are 3 other bodies hanging above her that have been gutted. Their intestines are hanging out. My initial thought was that the cult leader knew somehow that Ellie's mother was pregnant.
That was my initial thought too. But I'm going
to mention that. Right, exactly. Because not only have they already gutted other people. So this almost is like a traditional thing that they do exactly as men. She also mentions in the very first part of the sentence is almost like a little obscured, so I can't make it out, but it almost sounds like she's saying they are nested with sin.
Yeah, they did say that. They did say that for sure.
Yeah.
And that's why I assumed that they were talking about her pregnancy, but now I'm not exactly sure if saying they're nested with sin, if disembowering them is punishment for committing the sin of apostasy, pretty much. Right,
exactly.
So it could be either or. There's a lot of things that they do to make you to kind of fuck with your mind, like literally just fuck with your senses in this. And I thought that was pretty dope. But I don't know what they're gonna do. I can't give a concrete answer because there's not enough evidence.
Right. Giving us like the barest minimum information.
Well, I guess is that all? Is that all you have?
Yeah, that's it. That's all my notes today.
Sean, you got anything?
No, I said what I felt like I need to say.
All right, that's all we got for today.
All right, so that's all I got, guys.
Yeah, we just wanted to get this quick stream out because we were super hyped.
Last of
The
Us.
Last of Us, bro.
I don't know if we have any more intel or anything. Yo, this is gonna be great because if any of these theories prove to be true, best believe this shit about to get clipped, and put into a later video.
I know in my soul that has to be Ellie's mom. Like, who else?
It's gotta be.
Yeah, a lot of people are speculating Ellie's mom. We're not the first people to say that that's Ellie's mom. A lot of people thought it was Ellie at first, and then they said, "Oh, if it's not Ellie, then it's gotta be Ellie's mom." But anyways,
I think the biggest, just to interrupt real quick, the biggest point to say that it's not Ellie is that she doesn't have that tattoo on her arm.
Ah, okay. Definitely. See, I didn't even peep that.
And Ellie's not that buff.
Ellie is not that buff. Her body figure doesn't look that way. And they already showed an adult form of Ellie, or like an older version of Ellie. And she kind of has
in like her late teenage years.
She has like freckles on her face. Her hair looks a little more dark / reddish
Yeah.
Then this character's
She's
hair
smaller.
is more like a brown blondish color, like brown hair with blonde highlights or some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, let us know what you guys think. Leave a comment. Tell us what your theories are. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We will be talking more about Paris Game Week on the stream for Tuesday.
Tomorrow. So 7 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time, Tuesdays and Thursdays. We do scrub streams via YouTube. Come check us out. Other than that, one more thing, just some housekeeping. We didn't get to do Shy's stream Friday, and that's because we were having car issues and we couldn't get to the Halloween store to get some of the costume parts that she wanted to do. But we will definitely, tomorrow we're streaming The Last of Us tomorrow. Somebody's streaming The Last of Us tomorrow. Somebody.
All week.
But yeah, we out, guys. Leave us a comment, like, subscribe, all that good shit. Again, peace.
Later.